Welcome to the Film Frenzy Podcast. My name is Ben, and I'm here with Carter, and we're here to talk about all things film. So, TV, movies, story-based video games. We got a kind of a different episode than from what we've been doing today, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Started off with highs and lows like we always do. I want to do my low first.
Okay, yeah, let's start with lows.
And this has got to be the first low that's actually related to the podcast. But I don't know, was it Tuesday or it was Wednesday or Tuesday? I checked to upload the next one, and I realized that the week before's episode had not uploaded. I was really confused. Apparently, when I did all of the uploading for the last episode, I did it when I had no service because it didn't go through at all, and I thought it did. So I didn't check for the whole week, and I came back and none of them were uploaded.
Yeah, apologies for missing an episode in there.
That sucked, and also school.
School in general.
School. So
Yeah, because you had a week in Florida and you had to come back to school. That's always tough. My low of the week, it starts out as a high. One of my favorite days of the year is opening day in baseball. And that was technically Wednesday, but for the Chicago Cubs, my all-time favorite sports franchise. Their opening day was on Thursday, and they got hammered.
Nice.
And that was not fun. But it was Washington. Yeah. So that was not a fun game to watch for an opening day. And they came back and won big the next day, or their next game. But it was a disappointing opening day.
I actually have two lows, but this low's shorter, and then I'll go to my one high. Second low I have is my March Madness bracket is just the worst thing ever. I had three, and these are probably some of the three worst brackets I've had in my entire life. I have one team in my Final Four still in, and it's Duke, and they're playing today. That's not great.
Yeah, that's all I've got, I think, yeah.
Actually, no, Michigan. But I want Michigan to lose, even though I have them winning, because somebody I really want to beat has Michigan winning. That sucks. But my high is I've recently had a really good movie run. In a minute, I'll tell you, he hasn't watched... Actually, no, you are going to do your best.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. But I'll just go ahead and tell you all the 5-star movies I've had in the past, since last episode.
Pod, yeah.
So I've had Goodfellas, Punch Drunk Love, The Shining, I've had Gladiator, and then Megamind, Lion King, and Project Hail Mary. That many 5 stars, and I had tons of 4.5 stars, tons of more great movies, all in like a 2-week span. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is fun when you get on a good run like that. My high of the week is a little bit silly, but it'll make sense. I've got my first pair, and I got 2 of them, of comfortable jeans that I have had in probably, when did the skinny jeans era start? This was like 10, 15 years ago that we started having to wear tighter jeans. Guys did. I hate it. Absolutely hate the feeling of tight jeans, and thankfully that fad has finally ended, and I got a pair this week because I have to wear jeans every day to work, and I have to be in them all day, and so to be able to get a pair that's comfortable was like heaven. So that was my high of the week, and it was I didn't pay for them. It was my Easter present, so that was really nice.
Do you want to do best and worst movie now? Okay. You go first. What's your worst movie?
Okay, my worst movie is a great movie. I saw a grand total of 2 movies this week, since last pod.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk a lot more about this in a minute, so I won't go into it. But my worst movie of the week was Project Hail Mary.
I'll go deep into my worst movie.
That's fine, because we're not going to talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it for 10 minutes. I just want to tell you all that Batman Returns sucks. That movie's really bad. I hated that movie. I gave it a 2.5 star because there were some things I liked about it here and there. I thought the score was decent. I thought the acting was good. But I think they did Penguin. I don't like the way they did Penguin even a tiny bit.
He was really good at the way they did it, I thought. I agree.
I thought I think Danny DeVito, he was the... Yeah, I thought he killed it. And with the idea they had in mind, yeah, sure, they did good at their idea, but I thought their idea was awful.
Yeah, I get that.
Catwoman was just laughably bad.
It was so bad.
And I also watched Batman Forever, and that movie is definitely better than Batman Returns.
Which is a hot take for
But
a lot
you
of people.
agree.
But I agree with it. I've never liked Returns all that much. I'm trying to remember because it has been several years now. I mean, I thought I remembered liking some of the Batman stuff from it when he was Batman. Like, some of his action sequences were pretty good. But overall, the movie was a huge letdown from '89.
Best movie.
Best movie. My best movie of the week, and it's going to be probably a hot take for a lot of people that I'm rating this higher than Project Hail Mary, but it was the movie Megamind. Now, I will admit, I think it's deserving of a 5-star in and of itself. I really do.
It's a great movie.
Incredibly well animated. It is incredibly funny. The voice acting is phenomenal. It's got a stacked cast. I don't know why this isn't considered one of the best of its era. And on top of it, it was your favorite movie when you were a little kid. And I no joke, we probably saw it at least 50 times.
Really?
Minimum. Because it was on repeat.
Yeah.
And I never truly got sick of that movie. Like, there was always moments I could enjoy it.
I had good taste.
Yeah, so there's a lot of nostalgia. It will always be a special movie to me, but then it still holds up as a great movie.
My best movie, and we can go ahead and start talking about it. Oh, okay. It's Project Hail Mary. Naming all the movies I've seen this week, since then, that's a hot take. But I made a top 100. Oh, I should have made that my high of the week. I love doing that. It was a lot of fun. I made my top 100 movie list of all time. Obviously,
which I still haven't gone through.
Yeah, Project Hail. Wow.
Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary made my number 12.
Wow, that high.
It made it over No Way Home.
Oh!
Over Interstellar, over Lion King, Revenge of the Sith.
Wow. That's something. So what struck you so much? So, real quick, since we're now transitioning into movie review, let's go ahead and talk about it. What was your rating then? Obviously, I think you've given it away. Yeah. My rating, this is where I hate the 5-star system. Completely falls down. It was not perfect, so it could not get a 5 for me. So it has to be a 4.5 according to Letterboxd. If there was a 4.9, 4.95, it would totally get that. But it's just a hair under being perfect for me.
I wouldn't say this is a perfect. Well, okay. There's not that many actually perfect movies out there.
True.
I'd say 5-star. 5-star doesn't mean I don't think it had any flaws. I think this movie did drag a little bit, but I enjoyed it a 5 out of 5. I was hooked from beginning to end. I absolutely adored this movie. I knew I was going to. I told you I was going to be disappointed if it wasn't a 5-star, and it made my 12th favorite movie I've ever seen. I love this movie. I thought it was incredible. Well, actually, Lego Movie isn't on this list, and that would probably be higher than it.
Oh, man. Oh, sorry about that. So real quick, I do need to hit on my flaws. So I put in my Letterboxd review, there's 3 primary flaws, and one of them is I would like to do some more research and find out if it's actually the movie's fault. My first one and my biggest one is I'm a music score nerd, and I thought this movie couldn't figure out what it wanted to be. Some movies rely on the strength of having a traditional epic Hollywood score. Some movies rely on having a pop soundtrack. This movie did both, which can work. It totally can work. Plenty of movies do it. But I felt like it didn't know when to use each. The score was gorgeous. It had all of the right elements. It was a little bit, I felt like the guy was like, I want to make it a little like Interstellar. It had some Interstellar kind of vibes to it, but that's okay. It's okay. It's a space movie. But there were just times that they used pop music when I'm like, the score would have been better, and there was times that maybe they used the score that the pop music might have been better. It just felt uneven for me. So that was one decently significant flaw.
The composer for this movie also did the Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse movies.
And 2 movies that used pop songs and score really well. This one just didn't quite nail that, I didn't think. That's just my first impression of watching the movie. The next flaw, and I won't. This isn't a spoiler-free podcast. I won't completely. Or are we just gonna?
I said spoiler.
Okay. The very, very, very ending. I love it ending with him on the planet and basically leaving you believe he's not going to go home.
Yeah.
Like, can I think about it? And he said you can take forever. Basically, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to really go home. I loved all of that. And then they go over to have him teaching, and I just thought that was so silly.
But I thought that was perfect.
it just the way it did not end. It was not as satisfying to me as it would have been just watching, long pan, them walking together. It's over, fine, good movie. To go over to him teaching the little it just didn't work for me. And then my third flaw, which again, this one I'm not positive is the movie's fault. I've never experienced this at this theater, so it's why I'm thinking it's the movie's fault. But there were two distinct moments in the movie, maybe more, that I had a very hard time understanding the dialogue.
I had that one of the two times that you talked about.
Yeah, where it was, and I know part of it is my hearing loss, but you saying you had it too means that there's something to it. Like at one point, I'm like going like this, and I'm straining because it was important, and I couldn't understand what she was saying at all.
But I think a lot of it was she was talking too fast, and I couldn't. She had a little bit of an accent.
She did have a little bit of an accent. It could have been some of that, but there was also another scene with him talking that I had the same problem. It was like the balance between the music, the sound effects, and the natural sound effects in the movie, and him talking. I just couldn't. The mix wasn't great, and I haven't had that happen in a movie in a long time, in a live movie anyway. It was almost like that happens in TVs a lot because. Get into the science of it. Movies are mixed for surround sound, and I'm too poor to have surround sound, so they're trying to cram that all through two speakers, and it doesn't work, and so it's hard to hear sometimes. Well, that's what it felt like in a movie theater, and that never happens for me. So anyway, those are my flaws. Other than that, Ryan Gosling, absolutely fantastic.
Oh, he killed it.
And everybody knows who watches this podcast. If you've gotten with us this far, you know how I feel about Ryan Gosling.
You're not a fan.
I am not a fan. My number one complaint is always, one of my number one complaints is he's just Ryan Gosling in every movie. And he was in this one, but it was the best version I've seen of that.
So you're not worried for Starfighter anymore?
I'm not. This really did,
Starfighter?
It made me curious now to see Starfighter. I got to see him in a role that was a little bit more epic than well, not a little bit, it was a lot more epic than anything I've ever seen him in. And I wasn't sure that he could do that well, and he did. He really did. The emotion he conveyed, that scene, since we're spoiler free, or we're not spoiler free, that scene when Rocky told him he was going to give him the fuel, that tore my heart. That was awesome. That was
I cried. I cried. Not during that scene. I cried. I did cry in the movie, and I don't think it wouldn't have been for the chemistry Ryan Gosling portrayed with a puppet.
Yeah, I mean that's extra level acting when you can create that bond with a puppet for the viewer to be able to see that and feel that bond, because like you don't have the advantage like two human actors, they're both carrying the weight of feeling that, but when it's a puppet and a real human character, the human character's pulling all that weight.
I didn't get the same take as the score. I really enjoyed the score, but I'm also not a genius about the score. I don't know as much as you do about that world, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. I loved the ending. I don't really know what else. I mean, I loved how he ended it off teaching when that's what he liked doing.
And it was the symmetry of it. He started teaching, he ended teaching. There is symmetry there.
I didn't find that super cheesy. I loved how beautiful the movie was.
It was, the planet, all the shots were really, really pretty. A lot of color.
The cinematography, Greg Fraser, I think his name is. He also did the Batman, Rogue One, and both the Dune movies. And I don't love the Dune movies, but they're beautiful. They are. That's one point they do excel at. But yeah, dude, the seeing that, like when it becomes red when he's in space.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh
when they were
gosh.
seeing
and we saw that clip in trailers, but seeing that in theaters was awesome. That's another point I wanted to say. If you're gonna see this movie, see it in theaters. You're doing yourself a disservice. If you're waiting to watch this in streaming.
This is a must see in the theaters for sure.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of people are going to compare this to Project Hail Mary to Interstellar. I do think that is unfair because they are so different.
So different. I mean, the core element of it's the same. Yes, it's about leaving your home planet that is dying to try and save it. I get it. But other than that, one is a borderline comedy. I mean, there's so much humor. You can't call Hail Mary a comedy, but there's so much humor in it, where Interstellar's all drama and then intense emotions the entire time.
Yeah. They try to do so many different things. Saying that, I am also going to compare them right now because most people
You have to. I mean,
yeah. I gave Project Hail Mary and Interstellar both a 5-star, and Interstellar's at my 13th. On my top 100 list, it's at 13. Hail Mary's at 12. I do think I enjoyed Hail Mary a little bit more just because it's more enjoyable. I think Interstellar, I never really got the confusing factor that most people did. I never really felt so confused that it took me out of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a movie you have to think, but it's also not incredibly confusing. So that's not a reason that I liked Hail Mary better, but I think Interstellar tries to get you more on the emotion, and I like that Hail Mary got me on the emotion, but also was hilarious. I prefer that type of movie overall.
I mean, I don't think it's a question which one's more entertaining. I don't know that I would argue that Interstellar wasn't better. Like, I think that
Yeah,
in terms of like
Interstellar was an objectively better movie.
Yeah, but in terms of enjoyability, yeah, I mean, Interstellar is just one long gut punch. It's so intense. There's so much loss in it, and it's just so. I don't want to say a downer of a movie, but it certainly isn't this uplifting, fun, make you laugh kind of movie like Hail Mary is. So, I mean, Hail Mary ends on a really happy note. I know that Interstellar kind of did, but not really.
But it still made me cry.
Yeah.
I was smiling at the end of Hail Mary.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Hail Mary, really solid movie.
I would rather rewatch Hail Mary than I would Interstellar. And you said you wouldn't think.
I don't think this movie has a high rewatchability for me, but I also should have prefaced all of this by saying what I said the other day. This style of movie is not like one of my top favorite things to watch. So I went into this with pretty low expectations. It did exceed my expectations. It didn't blow my mind, but it did exceed my expectations.
It met my expectations, but it's because I had really high expectations. I wanted it to be this good. I wanted the is it better than Interstellar to be a legitimate argument.
I know the only other one you didn't compare to, which it should be compared to, or will be compared to a lot, is The Martian. Same author who's behind it.
I think this is definitely better than The Martian.
I definitely think
I think this is objectively better than The Martian.
Yeah. And The Martian's a great movie.
Martian's a great movie. It's also in my top 100. What time do we start?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We're just going to do this as a What Feels Right episode.
Keep talking about Ryan Gosling. I just thought of this. You never saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, did you?
No.
I'm gonna look at what their names are.
You go. I'm gonna check on our time.
Okay. Well, we also started.
Yeah, I know.
For like 5 minutes before. Everything.
We're 15 in.
Everywhere. All at. Whoa. There's so many names that are so. Everything Everywhere All at Once. There we go. Daniel Kwan and Danielle. There are Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. I don't know how to pronounce that.
No, gosh, who knows?
Directors of Swiss Army Men and Everything All at Once are making a movie next year, and Ryan Gosling is supposed to star in it. And another thing that you thought we should talk about, but I think it's good to talk about because it's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, we're on that subject.
He's
heavily rumored to
play Ghost Rider.
He's in fact he's lobbying for it. He wants
to play Ghost
He's
Rider.
always wanted to apparently, and his girlfriend or former girlfriend or romantic interest was in the original Ghost Rider, and so like all of those things factor into him really wanting to do it, and he's to the point where there have been talks. And Kevin Feige has admitted that he wants to at least get him in the Marvel Universe. He hasn't said for sure it was going to be Ghost Rider, but it is a strong rumor at this point.
And you don't hate that.
I don't. I can see... from my memory of Ghost Rider, and my only experience with Ghost Rider is the movies, and they're not great, but I don't know him comic book-wise or cartoon-wise or anything. So I could see him playing that motorcycle riding, cocky guy who, I mean, that's kind of his whole shtick. And then I could see him having to become a hero and doing all the things, especially after seeing this movie. I think it's a solid casting.
And it's funny, because you hated Ryan Gosling, and I've always loved Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
You like this casting, and I hate this casting.
Yeah, you hate it. So
I hate this casting.
That was your reaction when I first broke this news to you, and I said immediately, you have to defend that on the podcast.
I hate it.
So defend
okay, and this movie also made me agree with that more. Ghost Rider is such a serious character, and if we're gonna bring Ryan Gosling into the MCU, we need him to be able to play. And I'm not saying this is the casting, but more of like a Nova type character. I don't want him to play Nova.
Right.
I'm just saying a character who can have some personality to him. Ghost Rider is supposed to be super stiff and super serious, super scary. We're just wasting Ryan Gosling, and I also can't. I can't see Ryan Gosling in that serious. I think I'd laugh if he tried to be super serious.
Just knowing how Marvel has evolved and what they do, I think that they would choose to go the route of rather than making him be serious, they would make the character fit Ryan Gosling.
And I don't like that.
And you don't like that.
I don't like that. I want Ghost Rider to be serious, so then I want him to be kind of like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, except besides like Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I want him to be,
I know what you mean.
Like that serious.
Well, it's like if they made Blade and it was kind of comedic. Like,
exactly.
Blade can't be comedic. You're saying that
like
Ghost Rider.
Moon Knight. Well, but not like the serious.
Yeah, I get I get that. I don't remember. I remember because it was Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage is a bit of
But those movies sucked, so I don't.
They
think
did. So
that as a blueprint.
Again, that's my only blueprint to work off of. There was comedic stuff in that, so that's why I feel like it makes sense. But you're right. I don't know the character, so.
But I feel like the comedic stuff with Ghost Rider isn't Ghost Rider himself. It's how serious he is compared to the other characters. If that makes any sense. And Ryan Gosling should be the comedic type, shouldn't be the serious type, because Ryan Gosling's hilarious.
He is very funny. It would be interesting. It'd be interesting especially because this might be a terrible comparison, but I feel like there is some comparison between him and Ryan Reynolds. They have a similar comedic first approach to acting. Not at all the same. I mean, I'm not saying they're the same, but they're both that kind of lead with comedy. To have them both in the same universe, you have to. If you're going to do that, you got to pick pretty different characters for Gosling. So, I mean, I could see them. I think he's going to get the role. I really do, and I think that they're going to adapt it. I think it's going to be a little more comedic than you want, and I think he's going to pull off a little more serious than you're used to. I think it's going to be both.
I hope he gets cast as the next Black Panther.
That was a rumor for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you hear that they are going to recast T'Challa?
Are they really?
But Black Panther 3?
But not like reboot it, like
no
a new
like T'Challa, a new Black Panther.
A new Black Panther. T'Challa was a specific character.
Yeah, that
he's dead.
Well, his son. They remember.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They're not actually replacing the character. But it's a new Black Panther.
But also named T'Challa.
Well, after his dad, but it's not his dad coming back. Okay.
It's going to be kind of confusing.
It's going to be very. You already confused me.
What movies are going to come out? We should talk about that also.
What?
2027. All we have is Secret Wars, but then we have. I'm not going to get this right. We have 2 other release slates. I don't know if they're both 2028 or there's summer 2028, summer 2029.
I want to say there's 2 in 2028. I thought I heard that. I thought there was 1 next year and then 2 the year after that were scheduled. I know they did just pull a movie that was scheduled in, I think, 29. They pulled or delayed it.
I'm not sure.
But none of these are named. So, I mean, people are, the rumors are pretty strong that there's going to be another, what's being rumored?
Okay, I've heard these 5 rumored the most. They're all sequels. All of them are. Fantastic Four 2. Shang-Chi 2.
Yep, that's the one I've heard the most of.
Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, and Black Panther.
Okay,
Ryan
those-
Coogler said he is making Black Panther 3. He said that as like confirmation it's happening.
I've seen rumors about Thor getting a final conclusion.
I forgot about that one.
If he doesn't get killed off in Secret Wars or something.
But I could also see that. Why was Thor crying in Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah. So, there's that. What was I going to say? I didn't even think about the fact that obviously we are going to get another Spider-Man movie. This isn't the end.
They're doing this trilogy.
Yeah, they're doing this as a trilogy.
Do you think they're going to do the Day trilogy like they did the Home trilogy?
I wonder. Or like Day, Night.
Yes.
Something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
some play on day.
Yesterday.
It's a time travel movie. Oh no, we've already done this in the multiverse. Let's not introduce. Don't take that idea. No. That was not a good idea.
We're going incredible right now.
Don't listen to me, Kevin. Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's a mashup between Spider-Man and Back to the Future.
Exactly.
There's a DeLorean in it.
I'm really liking this. Maybe we shouldn't do the day. Make it the Brand trilogy.
Oh man. Speaking of Marvel rumors, I didn't mean to completely end us if you had more thoughts on the upcoming movies. I read an interesting rumor, and I didn't get to read much on it, so I don't know how legitimate it was, but that they have decided to move Ryan Reynolds into one of the, they said, 4 primary characters in Secret Wars. That Deadpool is going to become one of the primary. It was a change. They made a decision to change him, and there's 4 main characters featured, and he's one of them.
I saw that in Yelena. I didn't see Deadpool. You said that. I saw Yelena was chosen as one of the 4.
Okay.
I heard like the 4 thing, and I heard Yelena.
That makes sense. Deadpool's interesting.
That's an odd choice.
But if it's wrapping up multiversal, he's been
and
all
Deadpool
over that.
3 made like $1 billion.
Yeah.
This happened in the last few weeks. There's like a really high rumor that making Deadpool 4 teaming up with a new character.
Okay. Yeah, I remember him saying if he's going to do another one, it has to be a team up. He doesn't want a solo movie.
Do you think Blake Lively's happy about that? I heard there was he said something in an interview that his wife would kill him if he made another Deadpool movie.
Oh, really? Yeah, who knows?
Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Oh, that could be good.
And Daredevil.
Well, that transitions us, unless you have more on that. You want to move on to Daredevil?
Or Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're talking about both. Which one?
I say we go Daredevil.
Yeah, let's go Daredevil. So Daredevil launched.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
Awful. Worst episode I've seen in the show.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's borderline Jessica Jones season 2 and 3.
Jeez, that's low. I thought you were gonna go like Hand era Daredevil. No, you went. No, but in all seriousness, the first episode dropped to season 2.
Incredible.
It was really good. I mean, there wasn't like any wow moments because it was the first episode getting you started. But
I've been reading more reviews because I was expecting this to be one of the best episodes of Daredevil like ever. I don't know why. And it wasn't that. It was really good, but it wasn't like... Yeah. It wasn't... It's the first episode of the new season.
Yeah, they're just setting the table.
Yeah. But just from reviews, I thought it was going to blow me away. And I mean, I was super pleased with it. From a lot of season reviews, I've heard that around episode 3 to episode 4, it just goes up like 4 notches.
Yeah. I've heard twice now from the showrunner and somewhere else that it's going to have a moment that tops the you didn't what's the line that he says to Wilson Fisk, you didn't beat me, or
something like that.
So I beat you, or something like that at the end of 3. Is going to top that. Apparently we're going to get a big moment. Yeah, I mean it did all the things I wanted it to.
They did so many things. Like they set up so many stories. Like they pretty much showed us what this season's going to be about.
And it had 3 distinct great action sequences, which was a big flaw in season 1, even though it's season 4.
Yeah.
Was that we didn't get a ton of Daredevil moments because it was supposed to be a courtroom drama and hacked together and all of that stuff. This had a bunch of fight sequences that were great. Dude, when he broke that guy's arm in the opening scene,
goodness.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is setting the table. This is going to be a rough season.
I'm excited to see Kingpin killing people. Mm-hmm. We're going to see that soon. I guarantee it.
Yep. Just everything about it.
I love Matthew Lillard's character.
Love it.
So, he works for Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Yeah, that was confirmed by the showrunner.
I just like flexing that I know the entire full name.
That full name, yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll tie in at all, or we're just going to know that he works for her.
Do you think there's gonna be any cameos outside of Jessica Jones? I will like Jessica Jones' a cameo, but like from other points of the MCU.
Yeah, I think there's a higher chance that we get another Defenders character than there is an outside the MCU character.
Not outside the MCU.
I mean, not outside the MCU. I mean, larger MCU character.
I think there's a small chance we get a little Peter Parker.
I think Tom Holland's too big.
Tom Holland's not that big of an actor, though.
But I mean, that character is too big right now to be with the movie coming. I don't know. I think there's going to be a reference towards him, and this is going to set up Brand New Day.
Because Daredevil, we know that he's going to be in Brand New Day.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that again.
Yeah, talk about that in a minute. The only thing about the episode, which I'm reserving judgment on it because I don't know how it's going to play out, that struck me as weird, was the masked Wilson Fisk scene.
It just happened.
It just came out of nowhere.
It left, and we picked up right after.
Like it didn't happen. It was
Who's
strange.
that going to be? Do you think it's the woman who sees Muse? She's like lose her mind.
I can see, yeah, for sure. I mean, they in season 1, and they've continued it. They have that one character who was Ben Urich's niece, I think, who is. They show her podcast, and they just intersperse that without any like telling us why. But then that scene was so weird. I think it's going to pay off, but if it doesn't, that was just a weird choice.
No, it's definitely going to happen. We're going to find out who's in the mask or something. Who could that possibly... It's Foggy. That's bringing Foggy back. Who could that possibly be?
I don't know.
It needs to be somebody who's crazy. It can't just be like an...
Yeah, I know.
I'm just trying to think of crazy characters. It can't be Matthew Lillard's character.
No, I don't know who it would be.
Muse.
That
doesn't make any sense. Cause
speaking of Muse, though,
we'll talk about that. In a second.
I don't know. I can't picture out who it would be. It's gonna have to be a new character, I think.
When do we think Jessica Jones is coming in?
Episode 3.
Why?
Just the way it started. I don't feel like it's time for her. And I think next episode's gonna be because of the way it ended. It's gonna be about him and Bullseye. And I think that leaves 3 or 4 for Jessica to get introduced. I mean, that's about where we introduced Punisher last year.
Okay. I thought that Bullseye reveal. Do you think he's going to confront Bullseye and they're going to talk? You don't think it's just going to be kind of like a teaser there and Bullseye's later in the season?
No, because I think Bullseye's a huge part of this season.
Okay.
You know, there's this one, in all the teasers, there's one moment where you see Daredevil offer his hand to help somebody up. I think that's
Bullseye. Interesting.
I think that's a big moment when he goes, "I'm here. We're together on this."
Bullseye's supposed to be an anti-hero.
He is, and I'm so here for it because I love that actor. It's going to be so good.
Oh, I've heard that he's the best comic book villain in the entire show, or villain, anti-hero, whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard, like in this season, he's one of the best. Like
from the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. Oh, I saw something really, really funny. You know when he threw in that knife that said "You're welcome" on it? Does he know that he's blind?
Good point. No, we have seen him actually through his sonar be able to read things, but yeah, does he know that he's blind? That's actually a really good question. Because does he know that he's met Murdoch?
I don't think so.
I don't know why he would. I mean, he's worn the suit, so the suit you shouldn't be able to see out of, but he could see out of it. So, because he wore the suit in season 3. Gosh, that is such a great question. I don't know that he knows he's blind or not.
Who knows he's not Murdoch? I'm losing track.
Other than Foggy, Karen, and the cop.
Mom, the nun.
Oh yeah, the nun. Yeah, that was his mom. That's right. I forgot about that. And is she still alive? I don't remember her dying in.
I think she just got ditched.
I think she just didn't get brought over. I don't think he knows.
That's interesting.
Oh, Wilson Fisk knows. We didn't say that.
Yeah,
Fisk
yeah,
knows.
yeah. What's wife? What's Fisk's
Vanessa?
wife? Vanessa. Do you think Vanessa knows?
Yes, because anything Fisk knows, Vanessa
Okay.
knows now. So
This
that
is
means
gonna
that
be
list
great
could get
season.
bigger. So who knows? Maybe he does know. But that's a great question. I never thought of. He probably does.
Next week we're getting episode 2 and 3.
Oh, that's right. We're getting them both. Oh, so we might get my Jessica Jones.
How do you want me to? We don't have to do this right now because I want to talk about Spider-Man next. How do you want me to review Invincible? Do you want me to just wait till? Like, what do you want me to?
Yeah, let's wait to the end and I'll step out.
Okay.
Are we ready to move on to Muse?
Yeah.
Real quick. So Muse has made a couple of appearances this season in not flashbacks,
Like
but
PTSD
type things. Do you think that she is going to be Muse?
I don't know.
At some point.
Maybe. I think that's a very well possibility because I have been on the page that Muse is like Joker. He's gonna like the Joker movie.
Yeah.
And somebody else is gonna become Muse. Mm-hmm. Is it gonna be her? I don't know.
It would redeem the character for me because I really did not like her in season 1. I just didn't care for her character at all. I liked her. There was a lot more depth to her for whatever reason in this. You get the inner struggle of her having to do the bad things and whatever.
Oh yeah, she's like writing down what's swordsman.
Yeah, Swordsman's lying
I want
about
to
what
see
he
his
said.
suit. Well, we haven't gotten to see his suit.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they
that's
talk
true.
about it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it looks like. It's like
I like him, by the
Me
way.
too.
I really like that character. His interactions with her
Do
were
you think
great.
he's gonna die?
No.
No.
don't
But do you think
think
he's
so.
ever gonna get brought back? Oh, sorry. I just remember something else we have to talk about.
I don't know. I think he's going to be throughout the season. We're going to get some courtroom stuff again. Why does Whisk? Why does Fisk respect the fact that he's Daredevil, and not?
Is it because he took a bullet?
No, because there was an agreement at some point why he didn't tell everybody that he was Daredevil, and I think it had to do with Matt wasn't going to say something about Vanessa. Like he was to protect Vanessa that he agreed not to reveal his identity. I felt like that was said at one point or hinted at. But there's got to be a compelling reason why, because Wilson Fisk hates him. He'd just be like, "It's Matt Murdock, guys. It's Matt Murdock. Go get Matt Murdock."
Matt Murdock's also missing right now, so what's that going to do for him?
But even last season, like, why did he let it go? Like, why didn't he?
Well, the vigilante rule wasn't a thing last season, so what would that have done?
True. And I guess he did. He did. Well, I mean, because in season 1, the finale, they go at Matt Murdock's apartment, so. The task force does, so I guess
I'm
maybe
really
he did
excited
release
for that
it.
cop to die.
Oh my gosh, they have set him up as a really good. I hate this villain. The white cop. Oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to him 1v1ing Daredevil
And just getting
owned.
Daredevil's not gonna. I hope he 1v1s either Jessica. Well, no, Jessica Jones only would kill Kilgrave. What's his name?
Bullseye. Yeah, and then have him get killed.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I would love.
I just
that.
can't wait till he gets owned by somebody because he thinks
too.
he's so awesome.
He's not. He's a loser.
Yeah, big time. He thinks he's the Punisher. The person I'd like to see take him down is the Punisher.
But I don't think
But he's
gonna
not going to be in the
season.
season.
No.
So
I'm super excited for that special.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all we got to talk about for Daredevil?
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna talk a lot
about
That's
Daredevil.
only the first episode, and we talked. About
It is my favorite show ever.
Really.
Not to say this season. I just mean in general. Daredevil is. So I'm
It's up
as
there.
pumped. I'm as pumped. This or Stranger Things for me. I'm as pumped to talk about
It's
this
not.
as
It doesn't beat
anything.
Invincible for me. This season, I think, is gonna be better than Invincible season 4, though. Or I don't know. Invincible season 4, the back half might be peak.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've got 4 other things to talk about. Added in 2 things.
Yeah, you were right about time. We're already 40 minutes in.
Shoot.
35 minutes in.
We've got. I'm just gonna name off the 4 things.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter, Brand New Day, Moana, Wonder Man, and Invincible. It's 5 things. I can't count.
Let's get out of superheroes.
Okay.
So Moana. Let's do Moana, then Harry Potter.
Okay. We don't have to talk about Moana for that long. I just want to
No.
say I was right, and it's gonna be awful.
It looks bad. It didn't look horrible until Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
But I
showed
still
up.
didn't think it looked good.
It didn't look good, but it didn't look like, oh, this is bad.
Uh-huh.
And then he shows up with that wig.
The Moana casting looks weird to me. There's something about that.
Yeah.
The grandma casting looks weird to me. I think the boat sailing looks good. The pig looks weird.
You liked the fire monster.
I think the fire monster. I was impressed.
Yeah. You get like a split second view of the giant.
The crab.
The crab.
Oh my gosh, it's so much worse than I thought it was going to be.
I didn't get enough of it to be able to tell.
Because since this was announced, I was like, how on earth are they going to do that? But I thought, they did... What's a good example? I was about to say Sebastian, but that looked awful from
I didn't
Little
see the
Mermaid.
movies, I don't know.
So I actually can't come up with a example. But they've done things.
Yeah.
They've done things.
They've done CGI characters.
They've done CGI characters, and it didn't look awful. But it just was so much worse than I expected.
It looked to me. It looked like a rushed, put together. We got to get this out movie, like a bad sequel made for home video. The art direction and the wig was so bad that they had to come out and defend it and make the statement that they were not going to fix or change any of the creative direction of the movie after the fan reaction, because the fan reaction was bad, especially that wig.
Oh my gosh! I haven't even got to that. I laughed. I laughed so hard.
I mean, anything's going to look like a wig on a guy is obviously bald. So it's a tough sell no matter what. And that was a particularly bad wig.
Dwayne Johnson's just a bad casting for live action.
Yeah, I mean, you would think he's the perfect because he did it, but he's never going to pull the wig off. And so it just doesn't work.
And he's not big enough. And it's
he's not. Yeah, it's weird to say about him.
Because he's ripped, but he's not big enough.
It just altogether didn't work.
And he has a bodysuit on. Did you know that?
No.
He has a whole bodysuit on. Like, I saw something about that.
Well, I do know that he's not as ripped as he used to be. He's lost a lot of weight. A lot, to the point that people thought he had an illness, and he just decided he didn't want to have to. I don't blame him. The work you have to do to maintain that physique is just not worth it.
This movie's it's going to make $1 billion, too.
Yeah.
Well, is it? It's coming out around the time as... They're releasing it a week before Odyssey, and then 2 weeks before.
But again, Odyssey for sure is not drawing the kid audience. So
But Brand New Day is, and Toy Story 4 is.
Toy Story 4 is the biggest competition, I think. Or 5, I mean, yeah. I think Toy Story is its biggest competition.
But that comes out around a month before.
So yeah,
Minions that comes out around the same time.
Okay, I don't think Brand New Day is too much of a competition for it.
Because that's like 2 weeks after.
You're looking at Moana's targeting 5 to 8 year olds, things like that. So I don't think that those movies compare. But you're right. It with Minions and coming off of Toy Story 5, if Toy Story 5 is great, that's going to really hurt it. I don't know that. I don't think it's a guarantee it's going to make $1 billion.
It's going to make a lot.
It's going to make money.
Stitch made $1 billion.
But it had a weaker slate that it was up against.
That's fair. But Lilo and Stitch doesn't have the momentum that Moana does.
That is correct. So that is a good point.
It's going to make a lot of money.
It's going to make a lot of money. And we just have to accept it.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter news. So they dropped, and I don't know if this was a surprise to anybody but me, but they dropped a trailer out of nowhere and announced that it's releasing the first episode on Christmas Day. This is, for everything I've read forever, we're talking 2027 and maybe late 2027.
So it comes out around the same time as Narnia. Do you think that's going to hurt it?
Ooh, and Narnia's on Netflix, I think.
Is it a movie?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if Narnia is going to be a show.
If it's a show, there's a good chance I don't watch it.
Because that's a lot to invest.
Especially the same time during Harry Potter.
Yeah. New Narnia.
I think it looks great. I think, and this is a hot take apparently, and it shouldn't be, but I think there is there's a very high guarantee that this is better than the movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm trying to get the schedule to release new. It's a film.
Okay, I'll watch it then.
So yes, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna put this on record that Harry Potter is my favorite series of novels ever created. They are brilliant. I happen to be rereading them right now. I read them about once a year. I love them, and I happen to be rereading them even before the news dropped. I like the movies. I do not love the movies.
I think. Maybe what's the best movie? What would hold on. I have a list. I already
Prisoner of Azkaban is up there.
I already ranked them somewhere, and I don't want to think about it, so I want to fact check myself. For my opinion, I have Goblet of Fire at my one.
Oh yeah, Goblet of Fire is great. Yep, that one's great. I forgot about that one.
I don't know what this is. I can't see it from here because the posters suck. Deathly Hallows Part 1. Deathly Hallows Part 1 was great.
Yeah. I knew it was those three were my top three.
And then I really like Order of the Phoenix. But still, maybe a Goblet of Fire may get a 4.5, but the rest of them are gonna get a 4-star.
Yeah, they're just not. I think they're so loved because the story is so great, but that's so great because it was written to be great. It was already great before it became
The
a
books
film.
clear it by far.
By far, and this series is all about being as accurate to the book as possible. And if the book clears it, then in theory, as long as they don't screw it up too bad, this will clear it.
We don't know anything about the actors yet because we haven't. Most of the kid actors we haven't seen anything yet. The kid who played Draco Malfoy was in a Lord of the Flies short series that came out last year. I don't know, wasn't too popular. People say he killed it.
Okay.
And I know that I don't know what Lord of the Flies is about at all. I don't know if that means that he can play Draco, but at the same time, with Tom Felton, is that his name?
Yeah.
He wasn't a great.
I don't think he was so over the top.
Yeah.
So over the top. I thought
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe was fine. He certainly looked the part.
I think Emma Watson killed it.
Yeah, she was the one that I think from her first scene to the last scene, although she, again, casting-wise, we'll talk about casting of this, but she did not match the casting at all from the book. And we love her from it.
I think there's a good amount of castings that are better than the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I think she killed it, and Professor Snape, Alan Rickman, was, is that his name? Alan Rickman? Was unbelievable as Snape. So good that anybody that follows him up has a really big, hard job ahead of him. Just like the next person to play the Joker after, what's his name?
Heath Ledger?
Yes, thank you. We had big shoes to fill. That's the same thing. Snape he put such a huge role there. But the movies are really, really enjoyable. And I get there's a ton of nostalgia around it, but guys, they're not 5-star movies.
No, they're not. They're good.
They can be made better. Now, I
didn't like Sorcerer's Stone.
I get the argument. I will listen to this argument. They don't need to be made right now. It is the series doesn't. We did the movies are still fresh. They do still hold up. It's not like they're like really bad CGI, so we can't watch it anymore. I mean, it's nothing like that. So I get but let's get over the fact that they're making them and let's just judge it based on what it is. Okay.
It's coming out either way.
It's coming out either way. I think it looked brilliant to me. I think the casting choices are great, except for Snape. But even then, I've heard some. Go ahead.
Can I say what I said in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, let's not talk about
it. Okay. Nope. I have to tell you something after the podcast then about it.
But I think I'm coming around. Everybody's big complaint about the casting of Snape is that he doesn't look like what is described in the book. But whatever, put that aside. I'm actually one of the things that sold me on it is they have to go in a very different direction from the movies because he did such a good job that anybody who tries to do it like him is going to do it poorly.
Okay.
So they're going in a very different direction with the character, and that's supposedly going to be very close to the books in terms of how he acts. So whatever. That's the only one that's debatable to me. I love the new Hagrid. I thought he looked great and sounded great. I think the kids look adorable. That's another thing. People are being really mean about these kids.
Why?
Because people are horrible human beings. Let's let them be kids first and foremost. So when you're criticizing them, remember you're criticizing just a child, for goodness sakes. But let's let them grow into the role. And remember, if you objectively watch the first movie, the kid acting wasn't fantastic because they were just kids.
And I really like the way a lot of the show looks.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about how the cinematography is too dark.
And I get that, but I also don't hate it.
Yeah, so here's one of my theories is that if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments on this, but look it up while we're talking. When was the last Lord of the Rings, the last Harry Potter book written? When was it released? because here's my theory. If I'm not mistaken, it was released
2007.
Yes. Okay. So when Harry Potter 1 was released as a movie, we didn't know how it was going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew. The book hadn't been written yet. Not even J.K. Rowling had a full idea how it was going to end, right? So it started out as a young, fun, hopeful kids movie where this show is starting out with a darker edge to it, whatever. Because, guys, this is a dark story.
Yeah.
This is not a fun, happy... Harry... Spoiler alert, Harry dies.
Yeah.
I mean, he's killed at some point in this. So he's going to go through all kinds of bad experiences over the next 7 years of the show. So a darker tone from the beginning, knowing that the ending is going to have a dark tone, is perfectly fine for me.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm pumped for the show. I think you covered everything. I don't really have.
I have one last complaint
Okay.
to go over, and that is people are arguing. They're like going over how bad the score is compared to the first one. So first and foremost, the score for the original was written by John Williams. Nobody's going to top that.
Dude,
so
one of the, if not
the greatest composer of all time.
Greatest
So
composer of all time.
that aside, but second of all, guys, I got some news for you. When a movie is being made or a TV show is being made, the last part of the process, one of the very last parts of the process, is the music. Mm-hmm. Odds are the score is not even done yet. They never include in the first trailer of the first movie or the first season of a show does not have the final score in it. Almost never. Because of the fact that it's not even done being written yet. Now, in season 2's trailers, they'll probably use the music from season 1. It's part of the trailer. But this music you're hearing is not the final product. It is very typical trailer music, actually. There's like, oh, it's got all these big drums. Have you ever watched a modern movie trailer? They all have big drums. That's just what they do. So this is not the final score, so quit arguing about it.
I was thinking... are we done with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about it. I don't really know if I'm going to do a spoiler review of Invincible. I don't really got that much to talk about.
Okay. And I don't mind getting a few spoilers in there.
There's definitely big things that happen, like the ending of episode 4. But just so much happens in episode 1 and 3 that I'm starting to forget what actually happens. Like, there are a bunch of crazy stuff that happens, but it's right after something else happens.
Yeah.
And it, like, 2 characters might have just died. I'm not going to tell you who.
Yeah.
Might have just died. They have been in the show for the entire show. They might have just died. But then a few minutes later, something crazy happens, so I totally forgot about it.
Yeah. That's one of my minor complaints I do have about the show in general, is they do tend to throw a lot of things into an episode, sometimes so much so that aren't necessarily related, that you begin to lose the impact and you forget what happened, and yeah.
And I feel like that's one thing I've always loved about the show is the multitude of... Whoa, that's a big word.
Good job.
Wow, I'm really smart. The huge number of storylines. But at the end of... Oh, I'm going to tell you what storylines they do. Because that's not really a spoiler. At the end of season 3, they show the Sequids, like the pink alien things, like the octopus looking.
Yeah.
They show the Sequids, they show the demon storyline, and they show the like the dragon. Like 3 cliffhangers at the end of season 3. They are all in the first 4 episodes.
Wow.
And none of them end either. Or actually, no, the Sequids. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
But it's just, I don't know. And a lot of the points are repetitive in the first 3 episodes. 1 and 3. When I say first 3 episodes, I'm mostly saying 1 and 3. Episode 2 is one of my favorite in the entire show.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
I'm excited for that.
It's so good. It's hilarious. I haven't laughed that hard at Invincible episode in a long time. And it gets really repetitive in 1 and 3. Especially after 2, when I think 3's gonna, like, off the back of 2, I'm excited for episode 3, and then it's just worse than episode 1.
Yeah.
That's
tough.
And 1 and 3 aren't bad episodes, but it's, I don't know.
I think that's one of the risks. A show like that where the episode to episodes don't always tie together, and they cram so many different plot lines into that show that it is easy for them to have a banger followed up by a dud because they're so all over the place with their storylines and everything that it's bound to happen. It can make the highs really high, but it can potentially have some duds.
And episode 2 is one story. It is one thing that we've been waiting for. It's for the main story of Invincible. It's like the main story has been like Angstrom, Viltrumite War, Conquest, Viltrumite, or I said Viltrumite War twice.
Yeah.
I meant Invincible War. I don't know. I
don't
know what I said.
But basically, Angstrom and the Viltrumites. I mean, it all ties back to those two. Yeah.
And then the side plots, but I think the reason they're cramming it all into these episodes 1, 3, and 4 are so 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 can be about the Viltrumite War. Because episode 5 definitely is going to be after the end of episode 4. And I hope so. I hope it is. Because that could be absolutely incredible. And that would make me appreciate 1, 3, and 4 more. Because if they spread it out through the entire season, it could make it so we didn't have the time for the other things. And episode 4 might be the worst episode in the entire show.
So just objectively speaking, because what I feel like I've heard from you, not just now, but as you've been telling me how Invincible is going, is that it sure sounds like you're a little disappointed by how season 4 is going.
But I don't think it's gonna be better than 1 or 3. I think it's gonna be right now. It's around where season 2 is, and it's like an 8 out of 10 so far. And I think the back half of the season is gonna be incredible. But so far it is disappointing.
Yeah. But there's room for improvement. It really could take off. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And episode 4 is their first thing. It's their first original story from the comics, the Damien Darkblood storyline, and it's the worst episode in the show. So I have a feeling they might finish that storyline because just like Invincible, they didn't finish that story. But I think they're gonna wrap it up next season maybe and leave it at that, and they're gonna stick to the comics more because that episode it's just not good. It's
just not good. Yeah.
It's the worst by far, and it's not even that bad of an episode. It could have been 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's 50.
Yeah, that's tough.
But yeah, that's all really I have to say about Invincible.
Cool. We have the big one left still.
And go ahead and talk about Wonder Man. All I have to say is it's getting to season 2.
Yeah, getting to season 2. That's super exciting.
I wasn't expecting that at all, actually.
Yeah, I didn't, and that's official, right?
Yeah, Marvel posted it.
Yeah, that's a shocker. I didn't see that coming.
I'm so happy. And it better be Destin Daniel Cretton, director.
Yeah, I hope it is.
Speaking of Destin Daniel Cretton, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh, we finally. If we ever had to wait this long for a hyped movie, we had to wait for this trailer. I mean, this trailer was...
It's March.
We have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm going to tell you, it didn't disappoint me.
No, I think it's one of my favorite trailers ever. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love the way it's shot. I love the colors. I love everything about the trailer.
I do not, and there's a lot of hate coming off of this trailer.
I don't get it.
I don't understand it at all. Like, okay, one of the big complaints, which I think is just stupid, is it's just great cinematography. People are hating the scene, the shot of him inside his mask. Like, how much room is there in his mask to fit a camera? Guys, there isn't really a camera in there. I mean, it's just...
How did every single shot in the Iron Man mask
Exactly.
work? Do you think he had that much area? No. Oh my gosh. That's dumb.
Like, guys, don't you have an imagination? Like, that's how any of this works.
Yeah. That was dumb. One major thing, I still think this is going to be one of my favorite movies of all time. I do. But there's one issue we have to talk about. I already told you about this. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 both ended Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's runs, and almost everybody can agree that the problem with those two movies is that they tried to do way too much.
Too many villains.
And too many plot lines, too, because you had, in both of them, they also had personal conflicts throughout the entire movie. But Spider-Man, you're supposed to, but still. In this movie, and sure, a lot of we know there's going to be like a flashback scene, but still, in this movie we have Tarantula, what's his name? Boomerang, Scorpion, The Hand, Tombstone. We have the MJ and Ned conflict. We have whoever the mind control person is, the person blowing up the buildings. The mutation storyline, whatever that is.
There's a lot.
Frank Castle, Hulk, maybe Daredevil, hopefully.
There's so much happening that I now don't think Hulk is going to be a. I think Bruce Banner's in the movie.
I don't think gonna be Bruce Banner.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a gray Hulk or anything like that people have been saying is going to be in it. I don't think that's happening. There's two ways that you can make a multitude of villains work, in my opinion. One is that most of it's a montage. And that I think that's a distinct possibility.
Scorpion better not. And we rewatched the trailer today because Project Hail Mary. I don't think Scorpion's gonna be montage at all.
I don't think he is either. But I definitely think that Tarantula and Boomerang are.
For sure.
That's one way to make it work, and then the other way to make it work is that the majority of the villains all work for one person or are tied to one storyline. So
which
it's not
Scorpion
like
and Tombstone could. But I don't think the Hand would be.
Yeah, so that does make you're right to be nervous about it. I've heard the runtime is the runtime is at least 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that is great.
Great news.
I just don't know. I mean, there's three major storylines here. We still have the mutation, that MJ and Ned, and just the bad guys. And that's already, I don't know how they can fit.
But there is something to be said, and this is where my hope comes from too, is that that's the point of this movie.
It's supposed to be...
There is too much happening to Peter Parker.
So do you think the mutation's going to happen throughout the movie or like at the beginning?
I think it's going to start pretty much right away, and I think that it's going to be all the way to the final scene. And it's going to be a part of it.
Break. I think he's going to kill someone, and I think it's going to end... I don't know what I'm talking about.
I could see it ending on a dark note. I don't think there's any reason it has to resolve, especially since there's talk that this is going to be a new trilogy. In fact, I almost expect it to end dark. But here's my big thing, guys.
He kills Frank Castle.
Ew, that would be terrible. Here's my big thing. Do not do Man Spider.
They won't. Did you watch that video I sent you?
Yes, I did. See, if he pops out 4 more arms, I'm out.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible. I can't credit the guy because I don't remember who it was. I sent you the video. It fully had me convinced. I don't remember why. I think it was just the stress of being Spider-Man and a bunch of stuff happening caused him to mutate in the way that Tobey Maguire does. He loses the web, whatever. I don't see why that's not a possibility. And it's too similar to exactly what that comic does for it not to be right. He wakes up in this little web ball or whatever, and he gets night vision, and that's what the little eye thing could do.
Yeah, I think... I don't think they're going to... And people are, super excited. I get that maybe that comic book line was fun, but, guys, not everything that works in comic books works in movies. And a 6-armed... Peter Parker is...
That would be really bad.
I mean, Tom Holland with 6 arms, guys. Have we thought this through?
Do you think that... Okay, rank the 3 Spider-Men really quick. Just, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland.
Yeah. Right now?
Yeah.
Andrew, Toby last, and...
Tom. Second.
Wow. Wait. Gone. Tom second, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I that's exactly what mine is. I think that Tom might move up to 1 after this.
He really could. It looks good.
It looks really good. I don't know. I think this is gonna be my favorite movie of the year. If
it's not, I'll be disappointed.
And then Daredevil. We think Daredevil's gonna be that?
So here's my big argument for Daredevil. Daredevil has to have at least a cameo in this movie because
or they talk about it.
Or I still think he has to be in it because. He has to talk to him. There's no way you can convince me unless something happens at the end of Daredevil's,
like he gets arrested
or something. If he is a free man and the Hand is active in New York,
Daredevil would not.
He would be there.
He would be there.
There's too much history there. He'd be there just to see if Elektra is still alive or something. Like, he's gonna be involved with the Hand. That would be like having, I don't know, a Joker show up in Superman and not have Batman show up. Like, that's just dumb. Of course he's gonna be there.
And the Hand is in it twice. The trailer twice. So
yes.
It's not like they're not very much in the movie.
Yes, this is more than a cameo.
The two parts that are in it are not just like short.
Oh, they're awesome.
No, like they're attacking him in the prison, and then he splits the sword in half, and then there's the big, just like No Way Home, Spider-Man's going this way, the Hand's going that way, and there's a lot of area.
Yeah, a lot of area where there could be some deleted people.
Yeah,
could be Daredevil. It's not going to be the other Spider-Man. I've seen that rumor. Shut it down, guys. No, it's not happening. They're not coming back in this movie.
I think Miles could be in it still, but I'm not as high on it as
I think they're gonna. There's a chance they tease him. He's not gonna be.
That's
Spider-Man
what I've always thought. He's not going to be Spider-Man. I don't think he's going to be Spider-Man until maybe the third movie.
And somebody said as Punisher. Punisher ain't jumping off a building.
I saw that too. I saw Hulk and Punisher. And Hulk, Hulk
could jump, yeah.
Yeah. But I just don't see him being in a Spider-Man movie. Punisher isn't... How is Punisher going to do that?
He's standing on the other building with a sniper rifle.
Yeah. What?
What are you talking about?
That was
No, that made me laugh.
It could be Sadie Sink's character.
I mean, yeah, because she can sort of fly, can't she?
If it's Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Now you think it is Jean Grey?
I am at the point to where I'm having I don't want to believe it just because I don't know how they do it. But I'm out of all reasons. I don't know who else she could be.
And it would fit that little mind
control thing. I think if she is, the story is going to be she's just gotten her powers, or she's got powers that she doesn't know how to handle, and she's not sure. She's not using them for good yet, but Peter Parker is going to find her in some way and help her become good.
But this is such an odd time to start including Jean Grey, because Doomsday and Secret Wars are coming out in the next 2 years, and we have like Cyclops and actual.
That's why I've been arguing against it. I don't understand.
It just doesn't make sense. I don't know.
But I mean, it's a big deal. That's her in the chair, right? Don't we all agree when the screen is coming up in that room? There's somebody that grabs the hold of the chair.
Yeah.
That are like that's her. Do you think she's in the hood? That's her in the
Probably,
hoodie.
I assume so.
Yeah,
I hope so, because I don't want another bad guy in there.
Well, some people think it might be Peter Parker. Some people think it might be that's just a misdirection, and it's a character we already know. But it's not a new character for sure. No, it's Jean Grey. Or I mean, it's Sadie Sink. It's whatever role she's gonna
even
be.
if she isn't Jean Grey, it's got to be Sadie Sink.
And if she's not Jean Grey, I'm at the point to where it's a new character. Like it's somebody that they've invented, because
people wouldn't be happy about that.
I agree, but I've seen the list of like all the only possibilities of who she could possibly be.
Jean Grey makes sense.
And there's nobody else that she could be.
I don't know. She could be that. No, but they're not going to introduce a new Spider-Woman.
No, and there was some talk that like because of the mutation part of what Peter's going through, is this the transition time now to where we start talking about mutants? Like. So that's what they're saying, is that's why she's involved.
Doomsday,
but right before Doomsday is the question.
I really like how we left this trailer with all these questions.
That makes a good trailer. We were just talking about that not many episodes ago. What makes a good trailer? And it's the ones that make you want to talk and speculate.
We didn't have these questions when we finished Supergirl.
No. I'll argue though, but on the flip side, that this is what Superman did to us. We had so many great discussions off of, and where's it gonna go?
Just like when we were talking about Superman, we were talking about how are they going to include all these characters. Mm-hmm. And Superman is phenomenal.
It is really, really well done. And so I think the ceiling is so high for this movie. I think the floor is also ridiculously high. I think at worst we're looking at just at or maybe just a hair below No Way Home at worst.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be top 5. Imagine it sucks.
It's just not going to.
It's not going to.
There's just no way this movie isn't fantastic.
I'm so excited.
And if it does suck, that's it for the. If you can't do a great Spider-Man movie based on what you put in the trailer, then the MCU's cooked.
Besides Beyond the Spider-Verse, this is the movie I'm most excited for.
Yeah, I am. Oh, it just gives me chills thinking about it.
Gosh.
For such high expectations for a trailer, I was so nervous about it, and it just blew my mind on every possible one. Oh, speaking of X-Men, I forgot about this. Have you heard the rumors that they think? I don't think it is, but that
one of the two movies is X-Men.
No, that in the trailer it also showed Rogue. Have you heard that? You know when he is when he's like swinging around the tank and then slams into the bus. That girl that's sitting there has.
That is not Rogue.
I don't think it is, but she has Rogue's exact hair.
No,
the exact shading
that's such
of her hair.
Weird way to introduce her.
And
No,
I don't think so.
No,
but it is. The camera is conspicuously on her, and her hair is exactly like Rogue's.
well, but
which is very distinctive.
I think it's she's there for comedic effect. I think it could have been any person ever.
You know what? I would not put it past them to color her hair like Rogue so that we'd be doing something that's just like this. Just as a red herring.
I think that'd be. I would do that.
I do not, with the way they do their trailers so well. I could see him doing it. It's not Rogue. It's not Rogue.
If Stan Lee was still alive, I bet he would have been the one on the bus. I saw something like that.
Yeah, that's true. It would have been.
That made me sad.
Aw, that is sad. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm so excited. It's gonna be great.
Is that everything?
I think we have a very long episode, so I was way off on this. I thought this was gonna be like 25 minutes long.
I told you we had to talk a lot about all these things. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next Tuesday.
Stay salty.